A Colorado man has filed the first lawsuit against McDonald's following the E. coli outbreak.
New information about the helicopter crash in Houston.
And early voting records have been shattered in Denton County. More coming up.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Andy Scott.
And I'm Cleopatra Navionga. A Colorado man filed the first lawsuit against McDonald's in the wake of the E. coli outbreak linked to the Quarter Pounders. The outbreak has led to 49 illnesses across 10 states, a few hospitalizations, and 1 death. Eric Stelly's lawyer says that he tested positive after a few days of persisting symptoms and is still recovering. The lawsuit accuses McDonald's of product liability, negligence, and breach of implied warranties. It was filed Wednesday in Cook County, Illinois, where McDonald's headquarters is located. The lawyer representing Stelly says he's representing 10 other alleged victims of the outbreak. The chain's USA president said Wednesday that it's safe to eat at McDonald's and that affected ingredients are probably out of the supply chain at restaurants. McDonald's has not commented on the lawsuit.
As the investigation into the E. coli outbreak continues, sliced onions are a prime suspect. CNN's Lauren Scafidi has more.
The E. coli outbreak linked to the McDonald's Quarter Pounder has a lot of layers.
It may or may not be the onions. It may or may not be the beef. We just don't know.
Everyone is waiting for answers from the FDA, like Greg Yielding, with what's called the National Onion Association.
Well, they'll say, is that a thing?
Sure is. Been around since 1913.
The National Onion Association represents onion growers, shippers, and packers all across the country.
They've come up with a food safety plan for growers, shippers, and packers, like using clean water, a dry place for storage, and more. But once the onions are shipped, it's out of their hands.
Onions are pretty safe anyway because of the skin that's on the onions. So until they get to the shipper packer when the skin's still there, and then the shipper packer ships them out in bags, then they go and they might be processed in various places. And then that's about as far as we go, and then there's a whole nother set of rules and best practices for those people.
Yielding says when it comes to the onions you're buying from the store, no matter how you slice it, you're safe because the issues would be more widespread.
If that was the case, then people would be getting sick that way.
Questions still linger about what's at the root of the McDonald's E. coli outbreak.
No one wants to get anybody sick, and no one wants to, deal with the repercussions of that.
The Environmental Protection Agency has issued stricter rules when it comes to lead paint dust in homes and child care facilities. Low levels of this exposure can be unsafe, especially for children, and any level is now considered hazardous in the EPA's new requirements. Even though lead is no longer an ingredient in many paints, it is still found in older buildings and homes. This exposure causes a stunt in brain development and causes long-term health complications. These rules are a part of a broader Biden administration effort to reduce lead exposure across the country.
Cue the sniffling, grab the tissues, and take your allergy medicine. Fall weather has found its groove.
And Texas sun doesn't like to share, but it looks like it might have a dance with the clouds. Let's boogie to air in Erie.
We've got autumnal wind speeds, but summer temperatures. Today in Denton, the wind speeds are at 13 miles per hour, but the temperature is 84 and it feels more like 85. This evening after the sun sets, it'll be 81 degrees and feel the same with the wind speed being 11 miles per hour. Then as we move into tomorrow, it'll be 88 and feel more like 89 with a wind speed of 7 miles per hour. But over the next 24 hours, it's going to be totally clear conditions, and our sunny skies mean that it's all sunshine and no rainbows for North Texas, as the fall season has been the driest of the decade. In August, the DFW airport reported less than an inch of rain, and in Denton, we haven't seen precipitation in 28 days. The dry weather has created ideal conditions for fires, including the 2 industrial fires that erupted in Dallas County. According to a new National Weather Service report, some locations are experiencing the driest year of the new century, including DFW Airport and Denton. Throughout the drought, several counties have issued burn bans and remind communities to make smart decisions with water conservation. I'm Aaron Erie with your first look at weather. Now back to you both at the desk.
Thanks, Aaron. The investigation continues into that fatal helicopter crash in Houston earlier this week. New video shows the lights were on a radio tower when a helicopter crashed into it. 4 people died in the crash. Their names have not yet been released. CNN's new Ego Chi Iloke shows us the video.
This new video, you can see 2 lights flashing on the radio tower just moments before the helicopter rams into it around 7:51 p.m. Sunday, and then everything falls to the ground. A memorial site was created for the 4 people killed, including 1 child, in the crash. This is what the site looked like today. You can see security officers still here blocking it off, even though the road is reopened. One neighbor claims he was very close to at least 1 father and son who was on board that helicopter. He tells us he's devastated that they didn't make it and that he's known the dad for decades.
He was a very dear friend of us, part of the family. He used to gather all the family here in his house.
The neighbor we spoke to says he did not provide the video, but said his neighbor was flying in the helicopter near East Downtown Houston Sunday night, and he spoke to him earlier that day.
I saw him day before yesterday, probably hours before they left the house. Him and his son, they were here.
The FAA and NTSB are working to reconstruct the crash to figure out what happened.
Coming up, more and more schools are banning AI, but there are some that are using it to their advantage.
And Election Day is less than 2 weeks away, and voter turnout is surprising Texas. We have those numbers after the break.
Calling all adventurers, elves, and goblins, join us on a mighty quest October 30th at 7 p.m. in the Union Lyceum for live D&D at UNT. Enjoy a night of improv, giveaways, and live dungeon-inspired music.
Sittings it down with most of them.
We'll meet 6 members of the Esper the Empire's special fleet.
A group of highly skilled magic users.
And melee fighters that work together to deal with wandering ghosts and spirits.
The door is open at 6:30 p.m.
So make sure to dress the part and wear your best costume.
Join ntTV November 5th for the biggest night in American politics, with on-the-field reporting from the Capitol to campus, coverage from our social media audiences, opinions from a panel of experts, and an in-depth look at our state's most pressing issues. The presidential seat and the seat for Texas Senator are both on the ballot, and we will keep you up to date on those voting numbers. Watch our Your Choice 2024 election show live from 6 to 8 p.m. on Frontier 46, Charter 192, or at NorthTexasTelevision.com. Here to keep you covered and informed, we're North Texas Television.
Hey Alex, this guy on the internet says he wants to give me money.
That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean?
Typically, strangers who promise you money on the internet have their own best interest in mind. They often use bounce checks, which will disappear shortly after depositing, but not before they've asked for some money in return.
So he doesn't really want to spoil me?
No.
Well, then what should I do?
The best way to handle it is to block and report the suspicious message, or even consult local law enforcement if you've already fallen victim.
So I guess we aren't going to Key West for spring break?
No.
With the election coming up quick, uncertainty is putting U.S. businesses in a holding pattern. This could harm their bottom lines and the U.S. economy. An executive at the Atlanta Federal Reserve says these issues should pass once they know the policy path ahead. and a rebound in hiring and capital investment should follow.
Early voting began this past Monday, October 22nd, and a record number of voters across the state of Texas have already cast their ballot. Harris, Travis, and Dallas counties have already exceeded 100,000 early voters in Denton County. Just over 15% of registered voters made their way to the polls or mailed their ballot in the last few days. According to the Secretary of State's office, that's one of the highest percentages in North Texas area. Early voting ends November 1st, so be sure to make your choice by then or on Election Day, November 5th.
Somebody call 911. There's a bonfire going on at the stadium.
It's getting hot in here. Is it the bonfire or is it us? Let's go to Marisa Bender.
Thanks, guys. It's homecoming week here at UNT, and I'm in front of the UNT Spirit Boards, and they're really showing off some true mean green spirit. And you can show off your mean green spirit at tonight's bonfire. The UNT bonfire has been a sacred tradition for over 50 years, and the UNT talents have worked hard all week, putting all their energy and passion into making one of the largest man-made bonfires. The bonfire will take place tonight in the Daku Stadium North Lot from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The event will also include fireworks, a live DJ, and more, so you don't want to miss out on this one-of-a-kind event. That's all for me. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Marissa.
Most universities have been fighting against the use of AI in a school setting, but the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay is taking a different approach.
Some students on the UW Green Bay campus weren't sure what to think when they first received a text message asking how they were doing with classes.
There was people posting on the Snapchat story saying, like, is this real? Like, are other people getting this? Is it a scam? And I still honestly don't even know.
The messages are from an AI chatbot the university is calling Flash, the name of the school's mascot.
I think people think the AI bot is the answer. It's actually not. It's the way that we open the doors to the university resources.
The goal is to help students with everything they need academically, emotionally, or perhaps something much more simple.
So questions about what's for dinner in the cafeteria tonight, to I'm bored, what's going on tonight, which will connect them to our events on campus, to I need help with a class.
In the first 24 hours, students sent the service more than 2,000 messages. In the first month, more than 7,000 messages. And the number that really has university officials excited is just 4% of students have opted out of the service, which exceeds the expectation that was set.
What we're finding in the early weeks of its usage is that students who haven't reached out to anyone on campus to ask a question are reaching out to Flash.
And if Flash doesn't have the answer, or perhaps someone needs help with something that would be better suited for a human, Flash will help make that connection.
I haven't asked any questions, but if it can give you help, give you resources like that for your mental health, I think that would be very useful.
Flash is available to students 24/7 and sends out texts every 7 to 10 days.
Start practicing your do-re-mi. The North Texas music scene is growing.
Our segment anchor Madeline McQuarrie has everything you need to know on the new music fest coming to North Texas. Madeline?
Y'all. The new Music Fest Jambaloo is coming to North Texas from February 2nd to February 8th. The free event was created by a North Texas booking agency, Spoon Production, and the law firm Mullen & Mullen. Musical acts will perform at 4 different venues: Tulips in Fort Worth, Club Data at Deep Ellum, Ferris Wheelers in the Dallas Design District, and Andy's Bar in Denton. It will also include a symposium that discusses the music industry. That's all for me. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Madeline. I'm about to snap, crackle, and pop. These temperatures have not dropped.
Maybe Texas heat is a nightmare before Christmas. With Halloween Town in mind, let's take it to Aaron Erie for weather.
Thanks, Cleopatra. As we take a look at our temperatures for the Thursday just before Halloween, we can see that we are keeping it toasty. We're going to have our we're going to be somewhere between the range of 87 and 91, and we'll have our warmest temperature in Graham, but then just to the north in Stephenville, we'll be at 87. Then as we move into the state map, we can see that Denton is actually keeping it pretty toasty for us at 89, and even across the northern region of Oklahoma, Texas, and Louisiana, that's where we're going to see our warmest temperatures. Down in Houston, we're keeping it cool at 85, but then as we move into our 7-day forecast, you can see that the warm weather just continues in Denton. On Friday, we'll have a high of 89 and a low of 63. The clouds will be moving in and out throughout the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we should have clear skies. 84 and 87 are our highs, and then as we move into the week, we bring the clouds right back in, and that will start bringing our temperatures down. 87 is the high for Monday with a low of 65. Tuesday's also 87. Wednesday is 86. But on Thursday, we do have a 58% chance of rain, hopefully breaking up the drought just a little bit with a low of 63. That's all I have for weather this afternoon. Back to you both at the desk.
Coming up, find out the best spots in Denton to get your grub on.
And are you a fan of pumpkin spice? Well, we've got something you don't want to miss. Stay tuned.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See, here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, just it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
I love how diverse this area is, especially because there's so much food I've never tried.
Same. I tried Ethiopian food the other day. I'm still reminiscing about that plate. How Nata Sharif has more on another place for us to try out.
Thanks, guys. This past week, I tried delicious Indian cuisine from the amazing Aha food truck, just minutes away from campus. I talked to the owners to learn more about the story and passion behind their flavorful dishes. Here's how it went. Tucked away near the basic campus of the University of North Texas is a hidden gem for food lovers, the Aha food truck. Offering a taste of India to the heart of Denton, this truck has quickly become a favorite among students and locals.
When I came to the States, I came as a student. And one of the things I missed a lot was like home food, Indian food. When I came to Texas and I saw this university, I saw a lot of students coming to this university from our country. So I thought bringing home food to them would help my business and also help those kids who are missing Indian taste.
But for the owners of Aha Food Truck, it's not just about the food. When asked what they love most about their business, one of them shared what truly makes this truck special.
The ambience and
when I see students come here and hang out, sipping a chai and then eating food and creating that vibe of India, that is the most satisfied thing and one of the unique things that we have at our food truck. Few of the must-try foods at AHA food truck is chicken pakodi for non-veg lovers. You will die for it. And our authentic street-style chicken noodles and chicken fried rice. These are like all.
The AHA food truck is located on 1303 Eagle Drive, so make sure to stop by for a meal. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Hawanatu. I'm full off of food, but now it's time to get full off of sports.
Well, it's only going to be appetizers because the season has just started. Let's go over to Marvin Diaz-Vela.
Thanks, you two. Same scenario here, except I'm not hungry for food. I'm starving for more basketball. Today, we're going all in into the NBA season opener. Embiid in trouble with the league? Mavericks finally play today. Lastly, a father-son duel we've all been waiting for. Coming up next.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DatQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DatQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DatQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DatQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Haunting in the depths of ntTV studios. Something special is brewing just for you.
Hey ghouls and goblins, ntTV News is having a special Halloween segment this October 31st. We're also covering 31 days of Halloween in Denton. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be spooktacular.
You let me know if this is a crazy stat. LeBron and Bronny James Jr. being the first ever father-son duo playing together in the NBA. To make it crazier, LeBron entered the league before Bronny James was even born. Back in 2003, 20 years in the making. Unfortunately, Bronny was unable to score a point within the game against the Timberwolves. So questions start to raise. Will the Lakers consider moving Bronny to the G League? Do they plan on establishing him as a legitimate role player? We'll just have to wait and see what new head coach JJ Redick does next. The NBA season is here. What a time to be a basketball fan, especially if you're a Mavericks fan from the DFW area, since they will have their own home opener against our longtime rivals, the San Antonio Spurs. A battle of the best international players, Wemby versus Luka. Who do you got? Additionally, Klay Thompson's debut as a Maverick. Although Klay had a slow start in the preseason, perhaps getting in the real games can be a chance for him to change the script. According to ESPN Shams Charania, the NBA has started an investigation into Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid. The investigation surrounds Embiid's players' participation in recent years. Embiid 173 games played out of 246 due mostly to injury. Although it isn't common for players to be investigated after missing a televised game, it's Philadelphia's plan to conserve Embiid until the playoffs or until the season's cup. That's all for me. Back to you at the main desk.
Thanks, Marvin. Every fall, pumpkin spice seems to take over the world. If you're a fan of this fall favorite, now you can even spice up your car. CNN's reporter Brianna Pitts has more on how you can immerse yourself in the biggest pumpkin spice latte ever created.
It's a different kind of pumpkin spice foam infused right into the Ultra Shine, which keeps your car looking shiny and new.
We thought, how could we elevate the fall fun customer experience at the car wash this year? And we came up with this idea of pumpkin spice.
Okay, look at it. Ooh. Oh my gosh. And while this is a lot of fun, there's a really serious and heartfelt mission behind it. All pumpkin spice car wash proceeds during the month of November will support community servings. That's a nonprofit that provides medically tailored meals for critically ill people in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Car wash customers can also purchase a Thanksgiving pie online, which provides a week of meals for someone in need.
It is such a lovely, heartwarming fall scent that makes us all get ready in New England for what's coming ahead, which is Thanksgiving. And the Thanksgiving table is so important, and it really means something to all of us. And when you purchase a pie through community servings, through our Pie in the Sky event, it goes to your table at the same time you're feeding somebody.
No word if you can spice up your car here in Texas. Best just to drink the regular latte.
Thanks for watching ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television.